Good morning, everyone. Very happy to be here. Personally, very excited to talk to you and share with you about SAP's plan to really take Spark usage into the core of the enterprise business operations. And I think many of you know and have seen multiple different use cases example of how web and advanced innovative company adopting Spark. And today I want to share with you really from the SAP point of view and how do we actually operationalize this Spark technology adoption usage directly into our application, our business network solution, and also into our platform. Before I go there, I want to quickly, however, share with you our journey on the in-memory computing roadmap, because it will explain to you how we're going to use this in specifically customer use case context. For some of you guys, hopefully you know about our journey with SAP HANA, right? We commercialized and we delivered this product 5 years ago. I'm not going to spend time talking about it, but we delivered this in-memory data and application platform, not to just purely accelerate analytic workload massively in scale-out fashion, but what we wanted to do is to ultimately change the DNA of a modern enterprise application. We wanted to give it the opportunity to completely eliminate latency, make system interactive in real time. And if you take this simple, I would say, application transaction posting example, or posting an invoice. In a typical ERP system, there's actually 15 tables that you have to go through. Adding entry journals, and you have materialization, you have summarization indexes. All the different things that you have to go through and then create a latency in terms of what you can do and make the system interactive. In a memory-based system, and what we have able to pioneer to eliminate that, right, based on one copy of data, analytics on the fly on the real-time transaction coming in. And then really ultimately, as an ISV, as a software development team, and what we wanted to do is really creating new capability that previously was very, very difficult to do, right? In the financial sense of what I just shared with you, it could be situations such as solve financial close anytime. So you're still closing your book, but you can have simulation of financial close. Real-time revenue and cost analysis. For people who are in the financial accounting, you know how hard and how difficult it is to do based on real-time data information coming in. So it's with this kind of thinking, we kind of venture out in the world of the big data, right? We have been looking at our customers' landscape and their requirement. And one thing we have done both through internal survey and through Harvard Business Review is that we see a lot of different big data reservoirs and big data lake continue to be isolated. And this is really an opportunity for all of us to collectively work together to really kind of glean the big data signals and operationalize and put it into the business process and business application context. Because those are what the CIOs and what the business owners are asking us to do, especially with the emerging trend of digitalization of everything from the business perspective, right? How businesses want to put sensor into the product they ship, they want to collect those information and enable them to do a better and shorter, for example, a product recall if they need to. So those are the type of challenges that SAP across the globe are jointly trying to solve at our customer sites. So September last year, we decided to adopt Apache Spark directly as part of our in-memory analytic platform solutions. And we introduced a new product called SAP HANA Vora. And what Vora is a plug-in, is a memory query engine that directly plugs into Spark and extends Spark to specifically work on the real-time OLAP type of analytic experiences directly across enterprise computing workload and the massively distributed computing workload. And what we have introduced in SAP HANA Vora in version 1 is the ability to do OLAP-like type of query analysis by structuring data in a hierarchical format that people are familiar with from the OLAP experience of doing iterative drill downs. What we have also added is really a hardened connectivity directly to the enterprise core system. Not just facilitating bi-directional data connectivity, but really enable sophisticated query federations and also distributed query processing across multiple different systems. And finally, we added the capability to do unified administration through the usage of Apache Mbari across HDFS clusters, SAP HANA Vora, and SAP HANA systems. We certainly know, working in the community and collaborating with the community, we cannot do it as a single member alone. And today, I'm very happy to announce some of the innovation that we have directly built into Vora, into the Apache Spark ecosystem as well. The first thing is what our enhancement that we have done in the data source API, that we can enable these sophisticated query push down directly to the HANA-based systems. In an ERP system that's already powered by HANA, there's very powerful virtual data models already created that pre-compute a lot of different solution sets. As a data scientist who are interested in really accessing the information directly out of the ERP, they can actually connect through Spark R, Spark ML, and then have a seamless data pipeline directly to the ERP and really shorten the query processing time. The second contribution that we'd like to make to the ecosystem is around the organization of the data hierarchy. And this is specifically for the business analysts who are very used to the OLAP type of experiences. What we are hoping to achieve is really enabling the business analysts have a seamless OLAP experience across a data warehouse environment and data within the Hadoop HDFS. And this is for simple type of, I would say, data analytics, such as, for example, analyzing your information directly as a family, as a group hierarchy. And we may extension directly to Spark SQL. And Spark SQL data frame in order to do this. Now, when we introduced the product in September last year, we were expecting customer interest, and certainly we gotten that. What I did not personally expect was the scope of the interest and the variety of use cases that we were able to see. And as I mentioned, all of the customers in the Fortune 2000 companies that we have served worldwide are looking into really aggressively adopt, I would say, IoT-based technology or sensor-based technology. In this case, this is the airline. They have invested multitude of telemetry systems directly into the airplane. And they have been able to run advanced algorithms to run preventive maintenance schedule directly on the airplane, as you heard before. But what they want to do is one step further, to take those signals and the understanding of when to maintain the airplane and optimize it in their MRO scheduling, which is maintenance, repair, and overhaul. And what this actually translates for the airlines and for the business is actually every hour they can save is about $10,000 worth of financial cost that they can actually save. So to them, it's a no-brainer. They want to immediately implement SAP HANA Vora together with Spark to do this. Our customer, Centerpoint Energy, is a Texas-based utility company, and they have certainly been investing in smart meter analytics solutions and smart meter directly at the consumer side. And what they wanted to do is really build a very large-scale logical data warehouse infrastructure where they already invested in SAP HANA as the data warehousing, and they want to build a data lake right next to it, enable a very seamless OLAP experiences across both environments. And what they're hoping to achieve is really using this environment that contains at least 10 years of smart meter sensor data in addition to the operational data of the consumer. For one thing, that they can help benchmark individual consumer usage of utilities so that everybody become more intelligent in how they should be turning and turning off lights. But more importantly, from the utility company perspective, they wanted to do a much more accurate demand forecasting, right? Because this is not infinite, and based on availability of the energy, they may have to go to the spot market and purchase additional energy. So this is something that we're also helping in creating that environment that they can make this type of analysis. And also, we're here in Wall Street, and one of the probably most common Wall Street is fraud pattern detection. And what we're trying to do with SAP HANA Vora in this use case is actually extend that directly into a system of record solution set. Could be a transaction management system, could be an ERP system. Because a system record application in the financial industries is actually a legal entity, right? It's and there is a requirement to run any type of query analysis directly into it. You need to establish the full traceability of who's actually accessing the data and how frequently the data is being accessed. So it's both connectivity and data volume issue, but more importantly, the business legal issue that we want to jointly solve and co-innovate with them. So where are we in terms of product readiness? So as I mentioned, we soft announced this product in September last year. We have now gotten some ramp-up customers across the globe in North America, APJ, and EMEA. We have free developer edition available in AWS that I invite everyone to go and try. But what our plan is to make it generally available. And I think my legal team just told me I cannot mention the date, but I'll tell you in a few weeks. But it is coming very quickly. And what we will do is in relatively very short iteration on the 3-month basis to introduce new capabilities, such as, for example, Vora Modeler to build and query OLAP style of cube directly on data within HDFS. Our midterm plan in terms of how to build Vora to really support enterprise transaction application or analytic application workload is by extending the OLAP capability to planning, right? To do any type of planning scenario that requires scheduling, resource optimization, could be in HR or financial accounting or any type of variations of it. We're also looking to extend the Vora capability into managing IoT type of use case scenario more aggressively, specifically around the engine support for time series data, a mathematical algorithm to support compression, advanced compression of time series data. For customers who are interested actually to build transaction-capable applications directly leveraging Vora, embedding Spark to it, and communicate with SAP HANA, we're going to support that as well. And finally, some of the easy use cases that we like to introduce directly by leveraging Spark and Vora directly is the ability to do end-to-end traceable analytics across big data and archived ERP data, whether the ERP data is in content management system or HDFS. So what does this mean? And certainly we know at SAP, and we want to be an active member of this community. This is a thriving community, and we would not be in a position to accelerate our delivery of the value proposition to the customer without Spark. And we're grateful, and personally very grateful to be here. We also want to contribute all our deep understanding of business application, and not only the current 2 contributions, but the future contribution that we think is necessary to really leverage Spark to build, I would say, mission-critical business application. But one thing I'm personally very gung-ho about is really the possibility of taking Spark to the masses through an application usage, where the user of the Spark now may not understand what's actually underneath it, running and powering some of the amazing capabilities that we have delivered. Kind of similar to the experience that we have been able to deliver with SAP HANA today. We look to deliver that. And we hope that by operationalize Spark also in the end-to-end data pipeline and data processing framework, we can actually simplify really the adoption of the Spark-based technology to the enterprise. I want to thank you for your time, and I want to invite you to our VIP receptions actually on Thursday. Come stop by our booth, pick up some information, and if you're interested in SAP HANA Vora, free trials editions available, and come talk to our product engineering team and product managers directly at the booth. Thank you for your time.